Hello and welcome to Getting Candid with me, your girl Helen. Invite your friends to the channel, subscribe, and don't miss out on anything. So turn on that bell and enjoy our conversation. Today, I'm chatting with, people that are usually now found behind the scenes, behind the cameras, but they're doing great things. And I thought, if you're doing great things, why don't you come on the show and share those great things with the world? I'm talking about Sipho. Sipho is popularly known as Sipho Mphanza. She used to work for Movie TV. She was a presenter there. And then she suddenly just decided, I want to do more of the background work. But she's doing so many amazing things. Join me on the other side as I chat with Sipho. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be chatting with Sipho, who is a journalist by profession, but she's a producer, a writer. She's doing so many amazing things. So I just thought it's just right that sometimes we take out the people that are hiding behind the cameras to come in front of the cameras and chat with them. Hi, Sipho.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I first knew you when you were at Movie TV doing Z Kids News. How did you find yourself in the media space? I understand you studied journalism. Was it always your passion?
No, I wanted to be the president. It's not a lie. That was my dream. I really wanted to be the president. I don't even know how I would have done it because I'm very shy.
But you just wanted to.
But I just wanted to be the president.
Then what changed?
So my sister is the one that talked me into studying journalism.
Okay.
Because it's such a funny story. We used to watch, was it Dingo?
Yes,
on ZNBC. And then there was that the scene where there was Letty, who was the newscaster, and then there was that guy who was on the camera. So I was like, this looks cool. What does somebody have to do for them, study for them to do this as their profession, to take it up as their profession? That's when my sister was like, you have to be a journalist, you have to study media stuff. I was like, I'm gonna do that. I don't need to be a president. I'm going to do that. So I studied journalism at Zamco, and that's how I started. That's how I got in the space.
And how did you find yourself at Movie TV?
So while I was studying journalism, in your third year, you have to go for your internship. So by then, I thought I wanted to be like this hardcore journalist that just does like hardcore stuff. So I wanted to be a print journalist. I wanted to work for Times of Zambia.
Okay.
Weird. But then, when I sent in because we had to put down our names and where we want to go. But then the number of people that had to go to Times of Zambia was like, the number had exceeded the amount of people they needed to be there. So they put me on the list of people that would go out and work in TV, and that was Movie TV. So when I got there, I was like, okay, newsroom. I worked in the newsroom and I hated it.
Thank you.
I worked in the newsroom for like, I think it must have been 3 months. And I was like,
you are doing it for survival.
Yes, I was like, what is this? Going in the field, everybody's angry. But my 7 I'm like, I can't be it's so stressful. Dealing with angry people, you come back to the office, you have to make sure you beat your deadline. It was too much for me. And I was like, okay, what else can I do? So being in that space, I got to understand that you can actually be a TV producer. That's when I learned about TV producing from Henry Joe Sakala. So he was working, he was the Z Kids News producer. So, and then when I realized that, I was like, okay, there's also the kids news, which is less stressful, and you deal with happy kids.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
You want to be working and be happy.
I want to work and be happy. I don't want to work and just be stressed and deal with people that are angry. So that's how come I transitioned from the newsroom, the main newsroom, and started working with the Z Kids News, which was more fun for me. I loved it. Every day I went in the field, I would be so amazed. I'm like, kids are so intelligent.
Yeah.
Like, you ask them a question, when they're answering, I'm like, I wouldn't even have said this when I was their age.
Yeah.
That's when I got to understand how amazing kids were. So that's how I got in the TV space, working with Z Kids News.
That's nice. How long did you work for Movie TV?
I worked for Movie TV, I think almost 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 years.
What made you leave now to say, okay, I need to do something?
I felt I needed to grow, and I didn't want to leave. Initially when I left, I didn't want to leave, but I felt that if I don't leave now, I'll never leave. Yeah. I will never leave and I won't grow or just improve myself in a whole different space. So yeah, that's what made me leave. Not that I hated it or anything. I just felt it was time for a new challenge.
Yeah. And what was that challenge? Because I'm looking at your profile, and you have been in the media for 14 years. You know, I've also been around for 14 years.
Right?
Yeah, it feels old.
We feel old. But we're not.
Yeah, no, we just started working young.
Yes,
that's all.
but for real, we did start working young.
Yeah, well, yeah. So 14 years doing TV production, and now you have Dope Productions, which you partner with your friend. What do you guys do? What?
Okay, so we have like you said, Dope Productions, which is run by me and Isaac Monga, as well as Chris Piri, popularly known as Stick. So we own Dope Productions, and we've done a couple of shows. The famous Shimumbi that people love, we produced that. We've done shows on Honey TV, which is Wow, That's My Dress, Season 2. Will He Say Yes, Season 2 and 3. In Between Love, and Yes, I Have HIV.
Nice.
Season 1 and 2. We've also done like the first production we ever did when we left and started our production house. And funny thing is, we borrowed all the equipment that we used.
Yes. So you had started with zero equipment.
With zero. We left. We started
Yeah.
our production house with zero equipment. We just asked for equipment from friends who were so generous enough to give us the equipment, and we produced the first a show on Zambezi Magic called Z Steve, and then the other one was Z Access. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then End Style Gurus as well.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you guys have done a lot.
Yeah.
You have done a lot. So I was looking at your Instagram just a few weeks ago. I don't know if it's a month ago, when you were celebrating an award for an advert that you wrote, and it won an award. So you write adverts, and right now she's not even being in front of the camera. You're mostly behind the scenes, though.
I'm behind the scenes. You're the one that brought me here.
Yes, because you're doing so many amazing things. Because I want to go to the big thing. She's been doing she did something in USA that's huge, guys. But firstly, the advert that you did for Airtel, you wrote and it won an award.
Yes. So
Nice.
I'm a writer. I work for my full-time job. I work for an advertising agency. So I'm still in the creative space. Even if I left TV, I made sure that whatever it is that I do next should still be in the creative space. So I work for an advertising agency, Ogilvy Zambia, where I'm a writer, and Airtel is one of our clients. So we manage the entire brand, marketing, advertising, the entire 360. So with that comes adverts. So every radio ad that you've seen or heard on radio, every TV ad that you've seen, I've written the scripts.
Wow.
Yes.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
That is lovely. And now you are being a creative, working behind the scenes. The next thing I'm seeing, she's saying, I'm going to USA and American Black Film. I'm one of the producers. And then I'm seeing the people that will be there. I'm Denzel Washington. I'm like, what? Firstly, how did you find yourself there?
Okay, so
And just tell us about the festival, what's about.
okay, so American Black Film Festival is a festival that celebrates young Black creatives, or that are, of course, Black and of African descent. So that's the reason why it was created. It was created in 1997, and it's been in existence since. So when we say young creatives, filmmakers, writers, directors, even if you are upcoming, you are part of the American Black Film Festival is there to showcase your work. So during the festival, there is the main event is the award, the Short Film Award, where filmmakers, the aspiring filmmakers, that is, submit their short films. So those are films that are under 10 minutes. So you submit, and then the best is awarded on the final day. So this year was really interesting because all the 3 films that were, actually there were 5 films that were showcased were directed by women. And
Nice.
It was amazing to watch them and just to see how creative people are, and to see the women, for me, was just an experience that was, I would relive it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and obviously it's encouraging you to do more
Very
and give you
encouraging.
more ideas.
Yes.
So tell us about the creative director. I'm deliberately pushing those because I want her to drop the names of the creative director, the cast, the people that were there.
Okay, so this festival was founded by Jeff Friday and the wife, Nicole Friday, and the creative director for this year was Issa Rae. And if you know Issa Rae, she's a producer, actress, great creative. She's done Insecure, she's done a couple of shows.
Insecure should be her biggest project.
Her biggest project,
Yeah.
yes. She started off with, I actually knew her off YouTube. So continue
Really?
with your YouTube stuff. She just started with YouTube, and
Yeah.
her first project, she posted that on YouTube. That's Awkward Black Girl. It was a short series.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to be like 15 minutes. That's how I knew her. And then I've seen her grow. I've seen her now get to Insecure. I'm like, oh, okay, this thing is working for her. So she was the creative director for this year. And some of the people, the celebrities that were there were Kerry Washington, not Kerry Hilson. Megan Good,
Yeah.
with Corey Hedrick, who were there to just talk about the recent movie that dropped
The divorce.
last week. Yes.
Yeah, it
So
dropped
they
last
were
week.
mainly talking about divorce in the black, like literally divorce in the black community.
And they're both
And
divorced.
they're both divorced.
Yeah.
So sitting there and listening to that conversation was being somebody who's like always reading what we see online and we make our judgments, but when you hear them speak about it like that, it was a really eye-opening experience. And who else was at the festival? We had
Denzel
Washington. That was the big one. Yes, I was keeping it for last. So at the end of the entire festival,
Yeah.
it was all meant to celebrate the legacy and just the journey of Denzel Washington from when he started with his first movie, all the movies we've seen of him till today, and the movie that he's featured, Gladiator, which I'm excited to watch.
Yes.
Because I've seen him. Yes,
Of course. But you were in the room with those people.
Yes, so the final day we were awarding Denzel Washington for his legacy, and it was just being part of the making of that whole event was really surreal.
Yeah.
Because there were moments, the whole experience was like, it was a great experience because it was go, 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 go. Something that I've never experienced. Yeah, we know that the media industry here, we're always working, we're always on our feet, going from one place to the next. But that side, it was just go, go, go every time, every day, like every minute, every hour is like accounted for. You're always on your feet. So so there were moments you're not able to process things as they happen. Only after you go home, I'm like, wow, Denzel Washington was there. I did that for Denzel. I produced that, you know, because things are happening so fast. So you barely have time to just take it in.
How many times do you get starstruck? I would be starstruck.
I was
Make it good. Oh my God.
I was starstruck so many times. Like when I first saw, in fact, weird thing, I got starstruck when I first saw Kenny Lattimore. I don't know if you know Kenny.
I saw you posting a video saying casually walking behind Kenny Lattimore.
I'm like, this is the Kenny Lattimore.
Yeah.
And he was not like recognized that, oh, Kenny Lattimore is going to be there. He just attended the event. And I was like, oh, wow. And when I saw Jesse Smollett as well, starstruck.
Oh, he was there.
He was there.
Nice.
Starstruck definitely for Denzel Washington. I actually had to scream, but I was in the back. I didn't want people to see me screaming, but I did, because I'm like, this is a legend.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Denzel is. I think I would be surprised if it's anybody who can meet him and say, he's done great things.
He's done great things. And the fact that he's still grounded. He started way back before we were born, of course. Till this day, he's managed to stay grounded, stay humble. For me, that is somebody worth awarding.
Firstly, before I even ask what you learned from there, because I know there are a lot of lessons that I hope us in Zambia will be able to learn from you as well, because that's an industry that is way advanced. And like you're saying, every minute counts, every second. Here sometimes timekeeping, we struggle with a lot of things. And so when one of us is exposed at that level, for me, I look at it as an opportunity. Like, if I'm doing something and I want to work with you, I'm hoping and I know that you will bring a certain touch that
Yes.
is obviously missing in our industry to help us grow. So before you even tell us that, firstly, how did you find yourself there?
So, I feel you asked this question, but I must have swayed and didn't answer
Yeah.
it properly. Yes. So, I live on the internet. If I'm never anywhere else. If I'm not at work, I'm at my mom's house, I'm at home, and I'm on the internet.
Yeah.
So when I saw that they were looking for producers and people to help produce the American Black Film Festival, and there was an application that you could apply, fill in, I was like, okay, me, Sipho from Zambia, can I apply for this?
Yeah.
Will I be picked? But then I was like, what's the worst that could happen? Of course, maybe just getting a no or not a response. Let me just give it a try. So I applied, attached the work that I've done, my resume, you know. So when they responded, I think it took almost a month for them to get back to me. I actually forgot about it. I was like, okay, they've obviously picked some other people. I'm not going to be part of this, but at least I applied.
Yeah.
When I was sleeping and I got an email saying that I've made it to the first phase of it, which is the interview phase. I was like, oh, okay, great.
Hope is there.
Hope is there. At least I'm going to be interviewed. So when I attended the interviews, which were at midnight.
Yeah, oh, time difference.
Time difference.
Yeah.
I did the interview, and then they said they were going to get back to me. And it took about 3 weeks. And when I think a few days after those 3 weeks, I got an email saying, congratulations, you've been selected to be part of one of the producers for the American Black Film Festival. So I was like, oh my God.
Wow. You must have been jumping because I would probably...
Yes.
It's
a funny thing because I was on the phone, I was talking to my boyfriend when the email came.
Yes.
So I was like on FaceTime and I'm like, oh wait, and I'm reading congratulations, and so it was happening so in real time.
Yes.
And we're both celebrating, and yeah, it was a happy moment.
Beautiful. So for me, even like one thing that I think a lot of young people should learn from this, a positive way of using the internet. Don't just
Yes.
sit and look for gossip.
Yes.
Just to tarnish people. Look for opportunities.
True.
You had to get that opportunity. Had you just been looking at gossip, you were not going to see that opportunity.
Yes.
So that is something to learn. Look for opportunities. There's so many opportunities
true.
online. So many. And I'm just beginning to learn that as well. Like there's so many opportunities that you can get from the internet. So utilize that. You don't always need money and connections. Sometimes
Yes.
opportunities will just be
Trust
there.
me, I know a lot of people, like you've said, connections. A lot of people have this mentality to say, who do you know?
Exactly.
Connections.
Exactly.
This, I did not know anybody. They did not know, and I was the only person from Africa
Wow.
at the festival, like among the producers.
Yeah.
The only person from Africa. Everybody else was from the United States. We had one from the UK and another one from Trinidad and Tobago. But everybody else was from the United States from different states.
See?
The only person from Africa. I did not know anybody. So
Yeah.
don't let people make you believe that I need to be connected. Somebody needs to push for me.
Exactly.
Trust me, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. And also, now I want to find out what some of the things that you learned working in that space. Because for me, there's one thing, I'm curious here because I'm like, you've been there. That's one space that I think any creative would love to be in. Just being around creatives that have been doing it for a long time. I just want to learn, even just watching them, like, give me a chair, let me just see how you're doing and working. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy for you.
Thank you so much.
What were you learning? How was it feeling? And
It's one thing I learned is the importance of collaboration. Collaboration. It's very, very important. And collaborating with the right people that you believe understand your ways of working, your creativity, where you are with your creativity, your journey. Collaborate with those people. There are certain people who just believe they are creatives, but then they don't want to collaborate with you because they feel maybe Helen is too good and she'll steal my spot.
Competition.
She'll steal my spotlight. So people don't want to collaborate because they believe, like you said, competition. She's gonna steal my spotlight. I'm the one that has to be, you know, to be seen. But collaboration is what is important. It's the thing that's gonna drive you, because there are things that I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
For example, you are very good with talking to people. I don't like talking to people. I like to be in the back.
Yeah.
So if I don't collaborate with you, how are we going to get a job done?
Exactly.
So that's one thing I learned being in that space. You need to collaborate. We work with people from different spaces. There's things that this person has that I don't have. There are things that this person knows that I don't know. And for me, coming from a place where we're still growing in the industry, I went there and just to see how things how things are built from scratch. That when I say built, like a whole production, a whole festival.
Yeah.
Because we got there a few days before the festival, so you're there during the planning. You're there to say, okay, we're gonna put this chair here. We're gonna put the camera there, so the microphones have to be here. Just how things move around. You get to learn so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. I hope I'm still coming for questions, like privately. I'm like, Sipho, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do. But I really, really hope this opens up a lot of minds and see how best. And also, we need to learn to collaborate and work together, because this is the only way we're going to grow. Because I can't do everything myself. Like she says, her strength are not my strength. I'm not as good writer as she is. You know, I can write one thing here, but
you are
writing.
Yes. Do you know the fact that
no, I can write, but I mean, there are people that are good. Like you can create something. You will think of an advert and create it in a certain way, maybe better than me. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, I get what
so there are those things like. Let's just work and grow this industry together. And if we see Sipho goes there, it might not be you, it might happen in future, but as long as one person is going there. And one thing, what was happening from there, even the videos I saw, the videos that you guys were making, you are not saying I'm Sipho, just Sipho. You have to say from Zambia.
Yes, so from Zambia.
People that didn't know where Zambia is, what Zambia is, there's even Zambia. Some people are curious.
Yes.
Like, oh, so there's Zambia. What do you guys do? Let me research. There's a creative here in Zambia. You never know. We always have to celebrate each other. And for me, that's the biggest thing. If there's one Zambian who goes there, it means there's an opportunity for a lot of Zambians to penetrate through the industry outside the country.
And another thing, actually, well, two things. First thing, when you talk about representing Zap being there, you know, for me, even as I was going there, I'm one person, I'm a very African person.
Yes.
Only when I get there will I say, okay, I'm here. So yes. I didn't even want to say, oh, I'll be going to the United States for this thing, I'll be producing the Black Film Festival.
Yeah.
So I didn't, because I always feel, what if it doesn't happen? What if something happens, like, you know, and then I don't get to go, you know. So when I got the entire process of me preparing and going there was just like, I was taking it casual, you know. So only when I got there, and then when we're doing our introductions and they heard, like the Nicole Friday, the founder, one of the founders, actually when she said, it dawned on me only when she stood up and said, I want to thank, I know there's somebody here who flew 30 hours, because my flight took 30 hours, who flew 30 hours to get here. And she called my name and I stood up. That for me, that's when it dawned on me. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So it took this, like, people are here appreciating the fact that somebody came all the way from Zambia to be part of the American Black Film Festival. And it's not a small thing. It's a big thing that you took your time.
And they're appreciating it.
Yes, and they're appreciating it. For me, that's when I was like, wow, people really, we're different. Like, there are people that are going to take it like, but then there's somebody who's going to be like, you came all the way for this.
Yeah,
you
because it means a lot.
Yes, it means a lot to them. So yeah, that's one thing that I took from there. Another thing about collaboration that I got from Kenya Baris. If you know Kenya Baris, he's a producer, writer, and actor as well for Blackish, Grownish, so many nice series.
Yeah.
So he said something profound about collaboration. He said, we always feel as though, okay, I know it. I do have kind of like knowledge about this subject. I'll write about it and create a movie about it. Or I do have knowledge about this. I don't need another person to do it. I can do it myself. He was like, it's time that we cross the oceans and the seas, go all the way to Africa, because there are great writers, producers, directors in Africa that we need to collaborate with. So if somebody like that can realize that collaboration, we still need collaboration even though we're in America and we know it, or people in Africa have the brains and the ideas. So you're never too big for collaboration.
Thank you. Very, very important lessons. I hope we are all learning, especially if you, and this spans all the way from the creative space, whatever industry you're in. You never know who can add some salt, some sugar, some spice to whatever you're doing. So let's just learn to collaborate in everything that we can. So thank you so much, Sipho. What next from you? What are we going to see?
Okay.
Oh, you're not ready to share?
A little bit, just can mention a little bit.
Okay.
So I love to create, of course. But my problem is I'm a procrastinator. And I have this imposter syndrome, which I need to get rid of. I always feel like, do I really deserve this? Can I really do this? Like, I doubt myself so much. So there's the idea I've had for the longest time, but now after being in the space and being around amazing young creatives, I've decided, you know what, it's time for me to do this. So I'm currently working on a series, a documentary film series.
Nice.
Yes, so yeah. That's what I'm working on.
We will be waiting for that.
It's special. When I say it's special, even the camera work is different. It's not what we all used to, like HD quality. It's different. It's creative. So that's what people should look out for.
I'm excited. I'm already excited. I can't wait. I wish you all the best in whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
I hope you go back to US and produce more things.
Yes, from your mouth and my mouth to God's ears. Yes.
Yes, definitely. We want to be seeing your name on our big screens in the cinemas. Like, it'll just be nice. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Helen.
All right.
Yes.
This conversation had to happen.
It had to happen.
She didn't want to be in front of the camera. I'm like,
I'm so shy, guys.
I'm
so shy. Like, yes, but at least we managed. We got through it.
Like, we have to tell the world what you're doing. We have to share. There's a young person out there that can be encouraged, even us. It might not be young, but a lot of people can learn from this. And it's also just nice to shine a light on somebody who is doing something positive in the industry. We're always talking about the industry. This is negatives. This is a positive for the industry. So thank you so much. You have any last words?
Yes. Trust in yourself. Stay in your lane. I've stayed in my lane. That's why probably nobody knows who I am, because I don't like to be seen. Stay in your lane, stay focused. A lot of people are doing too much to be seen. Just have tunnel vision, believe in yourself, and just keep going.
Thank you. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. So guys, thank you once for watching, and keep subscribing on social. If people want to find you on social media, like.
Oh yeah, Instagram. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, mainly Instagram. I am Sipho Mphanza. Yeah, search for I am Sipho Mphanza. Sipho with an H and Mphanza with an H. Everybody always misses the H. I don't know why.
Yeah,
yes.
Mphanza
so yes, I am Sipho Mphanza on Instagram. That's the only social media platform I'm on. I'm not on Facebook because there's too much. I don't like it.
Alrighty, so you can search, especially if you want to learn, you can be seeing what she's creating and just learn from there, get inspired and do what you have to do. So this has been your girl, Helen. Bye-bye, and thank you for watching.